Hello, everyone. Is it mirrored? No, everything's great. Hi. Happy October 27th. It is the week of Halloween. Let me make sure I can hear myself. I can, so we're good. It is the week of Halloween, but we are playing Nightmare Before Christmas. So we've got both Halloween and Christmas in the air. So I am very, very, very merry excited to walk you through my very merry Christmas collection with Pinkfresh Studio. Let's see. I've got the jitters. I've got the nerves. I'm so excited to be here. We've got Kathleen behind the scenes, and yeah, I've actually okay. So I received this collection in the mail last last Sunday. That's when we got home. We went to Disneyland. We go to Disneyland or Disney World every fall break because it's just so fun. It's all decorated for Halloween. So it was waiting for me upon my return on Sunday, and I did open it, but I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and look through every single die cut and every single sticker in person. So I am legitimately going through this with you for the first time. I've taken things out of the packages just so it's not that crinkly sound and everything. But yeah, this is the first time that I'm going through all of the papers and die cuts one by one with you. And I'm so happy to be here with you. Good morning from wherever you are in the world. We've got 84 people watching right now, and I know we've got people all over the States and all over Europe and the world. And that's what I love about technology. Brings us all together, and cross my fingers and toes that it doesn't cut out because things like that happen. So, if you don't know me, my name is Paige Taylor Evans, and I live in the suburbs of Denver, Colorado, and I love scrapbooking. I love scrapbooking so much. I've been scrapbooking since I was 16 years old, and this is now my third collection with Pinkfresh Studio. The first one was called Lovely Lane, which was very pink and purple and florally. And then I have all of the examples on the wall behind me with Lovely Lane, and then Legendary, which is my first collection in 20 collections combined with American Crafts, and now I'm with Pinkfresh Studio, my very first collection with no pink or flowers, so it was about time. I just got back from teaching at She Loves Color in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, showing how to create 6 layouts, actually 7 layouts with Legendary, and I just haven't had a chance to put them on my wall, but I think I'll put them all up above just for a few weeks because I'm going to dive into creating with Very Merry Christmas, and I like to rotate my layouts out on the wall, whether it's with a new collection or with the holidays. So I've got a few summer and fall pages up here. I I also made a lot of Halloween layouts last year, but I took those to an event. So anyway, all that to say, I'm very excited to start creating with Very Merry Christmas. And oh, your enthusiasm is just warming my heart. It's really okay, I'm going to switch to above. So here it is in all of its festive glory. So Caitlin Sheffer, I hope I pronounced her name right, was the designer that we collaborated with to bring this collection to fruition. And of course, it includes bright colors, all of the colors, because it's kind of like Disneyland collections. You know, the typical colors for Disneyland collections are red and black and yellow. But if you go to Disneyland, so many things are pastel colored. And so likewise, Christmas, it's not just red and green when you go into the stores, when you go out and do your shopping, when you wrap your gifts, not all of everything is red and green. And I like to call it my Charlie Brown Christmas tree setup. In our front foyer, I have a huge pink tree, I have a purple tree, I have a gold and silver tree. I think I even have an orange tree. So I need all the colors. And that's what we have here. Bright colors, there's also, pastel colors, pink, reds and greens, pinks and blues, and yes, purples and oranges as well. So here it is, very Merry Christmas. I believe there are 11 products. So the paper pack, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, there are 11 SKUs, not including the 12 individual pattern papers. The individual pattern papers are available at scrapbook.com. I just like getting them in the pack because then it's all together and you can buy multiple packs all at once, because I always say you need at least 3 of every paper. And I know I say this every time I go live, every time I'm teaching in person or online, 3 of every paper, because you want to use both the A side and the B side as a background. So that's already 2 sheets that you need. And then another piece for punching. On the layouts behind me, I do paper piecing, I do punching, I do backing with cut files. So you need to have a 3rd piece of paper so that you can do that. I am probably missing questions. I'm sorry if I'm missing questions, but if you do have a question, I'm just so enthusiastic, can't stop talking. If you do have a question, type it in all caps and I'll hopefully be able to glance over and see it. Or Kathleen is here in the chat and she did just mention that one lucky person is going to win the entire collection. So before we end the live, Kathleen, she's behind the Pinkfresh Studio name today. She will be drawing that winner. And that's a pretty awesome prize. Okay, sorry, I've got big hair today. Okay, I want to start with the papers and then we'll go to the stickers and then the die cuts and the embellishments. So let's start with my absolute favorite scrapbook supply, which is pattern papers. Now, I love that all 3 collections so far have included this cover sheet because you can easily turn this into a layout. Do I have it on my wall? Oh, I do. Let me just bring this in really quick. This is the layout that I used the cover sheet for to create a layout with Lovely Lane. You know what? Do I have a second? I'm still here. I just want to grab the layout that I made with Legendary. So hold on one second. It's even the first one, so I can grab that easily. I utilized the cover paper to make a layout with both Lovely Lane and Legendary, and for sure I will be making a layout with this cover page. The only thing you need to remember is this paper is 12.5 inches tall to protect the entire paper because it has the 1/2 inch barcode strip down at the bottom. So when you're using this as a background paper, be sure to trim off a 1/4 inch from the top and the bottom so that the paper then becomes 12 by 12. I didn't do that when I first made this layout, and I was putting it in a page protector and I was like, why is this sticking out? It's because I didn't trim it down. So that's just a little note to trim it down. Here's the one that I taught just this past weekend at She Loves Color. So it looks like these layouts took a heck of a long time to make, right? You might think that I paper pieced all of these pattern papers together, but I did not. It comes like this. Yeah. Sorry, I'm always looking back to see if there's comments, but just nice comments, and I love it so much. Thank you, friends. Now you're going to have to tell us how you attached these to your wall really quick, because that's always a question I get asked. I have these clips that are they are clipped onto the tops of my layouts and then hung on nails. So I have nails on my wall and the clips just hang on the nails. And that's how I attach my layouts to the wall. We haven't gotten very far, haven't even gotten to the actual products yet, just talking about the cover sheet. But I just love it because it includes an overall look at the entire collection. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. So you do get to see a little snippet of every single one of the patterns in this Very Merry Christmas collection. Since there are 12 papers and they're double-sided, that's 24 patterns, and you do get to see a little peek of all 24 right here on the cover sheet. Are you going to She Loves Color next year? It would be hard to miss Halloween with your children since you celebrate it big. No, I am not going to I'm not going to be teaching at She Loves Color next year. They just announced the teachers, which is Allison Davis, Andrea Lake, Tracy Penrod, Stephanie Smokovich, and I think I might be missing somebody, and I apologize. But recalling things like that, I got lots going on in my brain right now. Okay, so now let's dive into the papers. Yay, we're back to pink and florals. So this one, I imagine, my cat is just sitting right here. Hi, Sandy. Say hi. Say hi to everybody, but also let's have you sit right there. Oh, Lael. Thank you, Andrea. Lael Conkar is also going to be teaching. I shouldn't have forgot that because 2 weeks ago, I just taught with her in person along with Vicki Booten in Texas. Friends, these past 3 weeks have been a blur, but I'm so excited to start diving into holiday crafts. Okay, this is the A side. Love all of these colors, traditional reds and greens, but also pinks and oranges because those are true colors that are part of my life during Christmas. B side is a green. This will make a great background for my scrapbooking. And now we get into this lavender purple, which I know is a hot topic of debate. But like I said, my Christmas is very colorful. I have all of my trees in the rainbow of colors, so that's just how I scrapbook. And then this pastel blue with some dangling stars, also in purple. The quality of these papers is chef's kiss, top notch, nice and thick. So we've got some cute ornaments on a pink background, and I imagine fussy cutting these out or adding round photos in between. On the backside is another traditional green, which also makes a great background, or for paper piecing, creating or for backing cut files, getting those solid colors. Vicki she's on the Pinkfresh Studio scrapbook design team. She just shared a layout yesterday on the Pinkfresh Studio Instagram showing how she fussy cut all of these presents and created a super cute page with pictures of her doggie. So cute. So yes, this is great for fussy cutting and paper piecing back together. I also imagine like creating an interactive page in a scrapbook where you cut these out, you put them on the page, but then they have a hinge so they can flip up and reveal a little photo or a little journaling or a die cut or a sticker underneath. So I'm definitely planning to create a Christmas album with my Very Merry Christmas collection, so stay tuned for that. Yes, tags. Also, these would be great tags, whether for personal use on layouts or actual gift giving, like write to and from on these tags. If you run out of tags in a pinch, you can always use this paper. The B side is this cute pink and red striped paper. I also envision using this as a background. I love using solid-ish pattern papers for my backgrounds. Another purple one, you're welcome, or I'm sorry, just depending on where you fall on that spectrum, right? But I love purple, and I hope if you don't, you still give it a try. And maybe look out for things that you see that are purple throughout this holiday season. I've seen some memes on Instagram, and it's like, wives, what are you asking your husbands to do on Saturday? And it's like, decorating the tree and putting up all the lights and everything because Halloween is on Friday, so you can start decorating for Christmas on Saturday. Traditionally, our family, we don't really, I love to decorate for Thanksgiving. I have a bunch of fall-themed, autumnal turkey decorations, so I'll set up for Thanksgiving on Saturday, and then, but we do put up our Christmas tree fairly early, maybe even on Saturday. And then the day after Thanksgiving, I'll put all of the Thanksgiving stuff away and bring out Christmas stuff. But anyway, you can also fussy cut these. And then the back side is this really pretty blue. It may or may not snow where you live. It snows a lot here in Colorado. Well, it'll snow a ton and then it'll melt. So I do love using snow-themed papers. Here's just a cute icons. You've got some foodie things. So if you love baking, you could use this paper for documenting baking cupcakes, making gingerbread houses, candy canes. Speaking of candy canes, here is the B-side, these super cute stripes of candy canes. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Just compliments. Yes. Oh, you guys, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, here is one of those papers that I would love to stitch. I would love to embroider. One of those pages that would take, quite a long time if I decided to hand stitch it. But I love, love, love hand stitching. Speaking of, I have already posted in my Facebook group, I believe. I have a featured post in my Facebook group where I've put coordinating DMC colors if you love hand stitching. So that's in my Facebook group, and eventually I'll also put it in an Instagram highlight. So, and perhaps I can post it in the Pinkfresh Studio Facebook group as well. Coordinating DMC colors. I had 3 that I didn't have skeins for, but yes. Coordinating colors, that's one of my favorite things to do with all my collections, is find the matching colors. And of course, cutting apart. I'm looking at comments too. Cut apart for borders, absolutely. That would be fantastic. Loving that idea. This is how my brain works. Somebody just said that. And now what I'm thinking is cutting these up into the individual borders using like a scalloped border punch and cascading them down the page. I don't think I have an example up here of doing that, but overlapping them slightly so then you have a gap at the bottom to add your photos. So all these ideas. And then a nice purple background. Great for cards, layout backgrounds. Here's another one that I would love to embroider. People call me crazy. I call it passion. I just love stitching. So that's again where the embroidery colors would come in. I've matched them as best as I can, as close as I can, to take away that guesswork for you. More snow, more blue. If it doesn't snow where you live, you can give this paper away or just use the A side. But I do love, I love this color. So a pretty red bows. Well, it's a red background with pink bows. And you could also fussy cut these out, or it's kind of on the solid end of the scale. So it's also great for backing and paper piecing. Ooh, this one. See, this one I think could also work for many occasions and not just Christmas, but you get the overall color palette. And I again imagine hand stitching between all of these, or a paper like this is so great for backing really intricate cut files. Yes, yes. Lots of ideas for this one as well. Or cutting it, rolling it up, right? Rolled paper strips. Trimming this into the individual stripes and punching the bottoms with decorative border punches and then re-piecing them together to get a really textured background. Christmas trees with colorful bows, just a really cute pattern. Fussy cutting these, using it as a border. Here's a red sweater style B-side. Lots of really great background papers, which is my favorite. I love having the solids with the really busy, colorful patterns. It's a good balance. And a cute little Christmas village. Yes, all the colors. It's just so fun. Is anybody else getting super excited for Christmas looking through this? Because I sure am. Here's a teal background. This looks like wrapping paper, but would also be a good B-side. Snowflakes, these are more, it's like a greenish teal called Holly Jolly. and then some pretty holly. This is like a peach color. It's almost pink, but I would say it's more peach. The DMC thread to match is 819, which is more of the peach color. And that, my friends, is the 12 double-sided pattern papers. This is what am I trying to say? This is like the bulk of the collection, right? The 12 by 12 pattern papers is my favorite scrapbook supply, and everything else is the cherry on top. But I always start with the pattern papers when I am scrapbooking. So that's that. And there is a 6 by 8 paper pad. So this is all 12 of the 12 by 12 pattern papers shrunk down to a 6 by 8 size, which is perfect for card makers and making little mini albums. So it's the same patterns shrunk down, and you get 2 of each. So we don't need to flip through these one by one, but let me just show you. You get 2 of each, so there's 24 papers shrunk down, so you get more bang for your buck on the smaller scale. There's the rainbow 6 by 8 paper pad. Ta-da! Now we'll get into the embellishments. Let's start with the alphas. So here are the alpha stickers. They are puffy, and it comes in a lot of the colors. So you can customize creating your own titles and subtitles on your projects. And so, guys, I just want to sit here and read the comments and reply to all of them, but I'm the one that has to do the talking right now. So if I ever miss anything, you can always reach out to me through an email or Instagram or a Facebook message. But yes. Okay, love having these letters in all of the colors. They are about 1 inch tall. Let me grab my ruler just to verify so I am speaking the truth. They are just under 1 inch tall, which is a good size. Excuse me if you heard my tummy grumble. I'm hungry already. The adrenaline rush, I'm telling you, it always makes me hungry. Okay, we also have chipboard titles. There are 36 pieces. In addition to titles, you've also got some stars sprinkled in the mix, and these are so versatile and fun, you know, from Noel, Jingle All the Way, Wonder and Light, holiday highlights, making spirits bright, to love, right? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and it's got all the colors. These are great for, sentiments or titles on your scrapbook layouts, and then of course the stars intermixed. Love these, so fun. Again, awesome quality. You do not have to add additional liquid glue onto these. They will stick in place. Yes. Kathleen says, if you want to combine them with smaller alphas, the neutral white gold small alpha stickers from Lovely Lane. Yes. So Kathleen is saying, let me see if I have those accessible, which I do. Where are the gold ones? Oh, right here. But I've used so much of these ones. Let me find a full sheet. So Kathleen is saying, if you want to create a mix-matched title, these are the puffy alphas from Lovely Lane, which are still available, and the white and gold go perfectly with Christmas, so you could have your large title mixed with a subtitle. So these are not in the Very Merry Christmas collection. Don't want to confuse that. These are from Lovely Lane, but still work. I was going to show you this sheet, but I've used this one a bunch, which is exciting. Love using the things. All right, we talked about the chipboard stickers, and now let's move on to the cardstock stickers. Says there are 57 pieces, and I love the different scale. You've got some larger pieces, and you've got some smaller pieces. Journaling spots, labels. These would also work for doing to from on your gifts. And you also got snowflakes and stars and sparkles and ornaments and sentiments. Look at these little ornament shaped ones. That's so cute. Stickers. Don't need extra adhesive on these babies. These are gonna stick. Stickers have one job, to stick, and these do. And that is awesome, my friends. We have a couple more SKUs of stickers, including phrase stickers. So these are the little sentiments. You can always find a spot to add one of these because they are little, about 2 inches by just under a half inch. So little sentiments, great for card makers as well. I know a lot of you Pinkfresh Studio peeps out there are card makers. So this isn't just for scrapbookers. Also works for card making. Definitely going to use these a bunch in my holiday scrapbook this year. So some of them are colorful, include all of the colors, and some of them are solid in all of the colors. Excuse me, my tummy is rumbling. I'm sorry if you can hear that. It's not even lunchtime. I just had breakfast. Okay, puffy stickers. So I love having the different thicknesses of embellishments, right? Paper is flat, stickers are generally flat, but the chipboard stickers have some dimension, the puffy alpha stickers have some dimension, and these icon puffy stickers also have dimension. So you get those different thicknesses and shadows, which is all too important in your scrapbooking. And again, all the colors, mix of sentiments and phrases with your traditional Christmas icons. Look at this cute little baking sheet, some snowflakes. Again, if it doesn't snow where you live, you could give those away or just add them, you know. There's nothing wrong with using things that aren't always applicable in your scrapbooking. I do it all the time. Stitched heart, gumdrops, so cute. We have 3 embellishments left, enamel dots and then die cuts. So here's enamel dots. I love that there are hearts and circles. I'm not sure if it's gonna focus because there's so much in the background. Maybe? Ah, there we go. Hearts and circles in different colors and different sizes. These are the little, have I said cherry on top too many times today? But they are. This is always, what am I trying to say? You can always find a place to add an enamel dot because they're so little, so you just sprinkle them around your page, little bits of eye candy. Which brings us to the die cuts. So one has more icons and one has more labels. And these are the pieces that I haven't even gone through myself individually. Denise says, I can't afford the full collection. Can you buy this collection individually? Yes. All of these pieces are available, so you can pick and choose which pieces speak to your soul, which ones you absolutely have to have. And it's available now at Pinkfresh Studio, and it's showing up online in stores as well. So let me just add these onto my table so you can see them individually instead of jumbled up. Oh, these are so cute. Again, I have not even seen these for myself. I've held them in my hands, but I haven't looked at them individually like this. Also, when I scrapbook, so in a few days, when I finish up an assignment, I'm going to dive right into this. And so when I put out my embellishments like this, I like to sort them by theme. So for example, I would put all of my snowflakes together. I would put all of the stars together. I would put all of the labels together. And then all of the sentiments together when I'm sorting, so that when I'm scrapbooking and I say, I need a snowflake, or I need a spot where I can write some journaling, or I need a spot where I can stamp the date, I can easily find that. Since there are 36 pieces, I swear it feels like there's more than that. But by sorting them into categories and likeness, it's a lot easier to find what you need. So you get a good mix. There's a lot of snowflakes in this, which is fun because it does snow here a lot. Asterisk, This is actually the first week in our 7 years of living here in Colorado that it hasn't snowed the week of Halloween. Every Halloween, I feel like I wake up and I say, "Is it Christmas?" Because there's a fresh layer of snow on the ground. But I don't think it's supposed to snow this week, which I'm excited about. Let's just hold off on the snow a little bit longer because it can snow from September through the end of May here in Colorado. But like I said, it doesn't stick around. It'll dump 3 feet of snow, and then the next day it'll be sunny and warm and you have to turn on the air conditioner again. So all right, that's a look at the tags ephemera. Really, really cute. So versatile. What am I missing? I have another one. I'm sorry. We're not almost done. Well, we are almost done, but I have the wooden stars as well. Yes, the costumes. We are going as characters from Stranger Things. And I'm very excited. My husband even got a wig. He's going to dress up as Eddie. I have so much going on in my brain. I want to talk about Halloween, but I want to talk about Christmas, but it's Halloween on Friday, and I'm so excited because I do love Halloween. Okay, let's focus on the task at hand. We're talking about Christmas. We're talking about Very Merry Christmas. This is the icon ephemera. I love how on the back side of the packaging, it shows you exactly what's inside. Okay, but they're shrunk down, so let's see them. Let's see them for the size that they are. Oh my goodness, these colors. Look, the color of this mug is the same color as my sweater. You get flowers, stockings, presents, sentiments, Santa, angel. Look at this beautiful ornament. It's so detailed. I love that. Another sentiment, houses, a present. Look at it. It's a record player. I think there are a few different flower motifs. Candy cane. If there's little bits inside, just peel them out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Flowers. Don't forget the Christmas tree. A detailed, gorgeous snowflake. Some gingerbread cookies, a reindeer. I dropped one on the floor. Little penguin. So again, when I'm sorting these out as I'm getting ready to scrapbook, I would put them into piles of likeness. So all of my presents I would put together, all of my ornaments put together, all of the flowers and holly, bunch those together, a baking sheet. Ooh, these gorgeous flowers. I'm going to need 50 packs of this set alone, so I can use all of these floral and holly die cuts. Here's another ornament, sentiment, gingerbread, ooh, an ugly sweater, which I don't know why they're called ugly because they're so cute. An angel, another ugly cute sweater, penguin, holly, and presents. Okay, these are so gosh darn stinking cute. This was my first time really looking at them. And I love them. I heart them. I cannot wait to use them. Friends, I thought we were done, but I forgot about one more thing, and that is wooden stars. I love the container that they come in. It's a little plastic container. And does it say how many are on here? There's a bajillion. That's how many. 220 wooden stars. Imagine painting these and turning them into a sequin shaker. Well, not a sequin because they're not sequins. They're wooden stars, but as a shaker element or just cascading across your page like a starburst effect, or looking at the night sky, the nativity scene. So I think you can use glue dots to attach these. You could probably also use liquid glue. Just be sure to let them dry. And there's a bunch of different sizes, a bunch of different shapes. They can get itty bitty, so you might have to use a little like one of those sticky dot tools to pick it up and put it in place. But that's really fun. We haven't done a product like this yet in my collections, and I just made a mess. Okay, friends, that is all 11 products in Very Merry Christmas, which is available now. Let me switch it back to my face. Okay, that is all 11 products in Very Merry Christmas, which is available now at Pinkfresh Studio. Let's give Kathleen a minute to pick a winner to receive the entire collection. Very Merry Christmas is also popping up online at your favorite scrapbook stores and retailers. So be sure, my friends, to support your local scrapbook stores. You know, so many have been closing these days. We gotta keep this hobby alive. We gotta keep telling our stories and printing our photos and putting them into scrapbooks. I know that these are trying times. I know. I mean, I get it. You open up your news and it's just doomsday scrolling. But scrapbooking for me is my therapy, brings me joy. It's a way for me to, I don't want to say like block out the bad things, but sometimes you just gotta, there's so much going on. So I come here into my happy, scrappy place. I pull out these products and instantly my serotonin levels, is that what it is, are lifted, and I get that scrappy high here in the Mile High City. So get it from your local scrapbook stores, get it from Pinkfresh Studio. I will also have a kit and class with Very Merry Christmas with a scrapbook to document your holiday memories. So let's keep scrapbooking going, and we'll keep making super cute collections for you to play with and have fun with and to tell your stories, your all important stories. The winner was chosen. I missed who it is. Let me see. It is Angela Fenton 7892. Please email customer service at pinkfreshstudio.com to claim your prize. Thank you so much, friends. It has been a pleasure and a joy to spend part of your Monday, or if you're watching on the replay, a little chunk of your time, because I know time is precious. Goodness knows I could use more hours in the day to create all of the things that I have up in here that I want to create. So thank you so much. It has been wonderful. I hope you love the Very Merry Christmas collection as much as I do, and I cannot wait to see what you create with it. And be sure to give this video a like. It helps with that algorithm, gets it seen and gets scrapbooking, up there, so people are watching and tuning in. So give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the Pinkfresh Studio channel as well. And with that, I thank you again for being here, and I hope you have a happy, scrappy day. I'll see you again real soon. Bye, my friends.